trend of the last several months for Marcus Morris.
He's been on a tear offensively these past few months, and you know how much they love the extra points he provides. He's been shouldering a bigger load recently, and I think he's just getting started.
And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. Payton and Barrett are the 1 and the 2. Nerlens Noel out there with Julius Randle. And it's Bullock in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. On the wings, it's George and Kawhi. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now here's George. From the high post. And he gets the jumper to drop. And after a long offseason, both teams sure would like to kick things off with a win, Doris.
Well, the standings now matter, and wins and losses now could have an effect on playoff positioning down the stretch. A hot start can make all the difference, building momentum to what each team hopes is a great year.
Barrett can't hit. Lets it go from the wing. The Knicks pull it in.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
To the inside. Here's Noel. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, the #1 recruit in 2012. I remember when Noel announced his college of choice. He turned to show viewers the UK shaved into the back of his head. I loved it. Everyone at Kentucky assumed he was a one-and-done prospect. And you know what? They were right.
First free throw is good. Yeah, despite tearing his ACL against Florida, Noel declared for the 2013 draft. Did not, however, go in the top 5.
Teams knew that he'd probably have to rehab for an entire year. Plus, there was this feeling that he'd also have to rebuild his jump shot as well. But all of that turned out to be true. And you look at him today, he's a much more complete player.
Jackson, right side. And Nerlens Noel picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. And it's Jackson on the take. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now here's Payton. Takes it inside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Wow, you like that Elfrid Payton has the kind of concentration to finish through the contact.
Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Here's the 3. Knocks down the long J.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Outside Barrett. Payton with it. Jackson on him for 3. Randle, and he buries his first look.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
Now Leonard. Here he goes. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Payton with it. Pass to Bullock. Throws it up high.
Well, you can't fall asleep on R.J. Barrett. Got the size, got the ups. Go ahead. Easy work right there, R.J.
Leonard outside. Over Payton. Again, the Clippers score.
I love this approach. getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Noel. Pass to Randall. Right side, Payton. Outside for Randall. The three ball. The next rebound. Goes back up. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Reggie Jackson.
I think if you're very aggressive with Elfrid Payton, this guy is getting good at picking up these kinds of fouls.
He misses the free throw. And the journeyman, Elfrid Payton, a very capable defender.
Yeah, I really like this kid, B.A. He's got good size and athleticism. Now, his shooting, it's more of a work in progress. But I tell you, if he can ever figure out his shooting, I really like him, and he has a chance to elevate his game.
And he sinks the second.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Now here's Morris. Pass to Leonard. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Nerlens Noel. The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Out left to the wing. Noel with it. Zubac's there. Pass to Bullock. Fires for three. Hits a three-pointer.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Leonard outside from 20 feet. Randall pulls down the board for New York. They've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Bullock. And the Knicks, another three.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Here's Leonard. 7 points in the game. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Pass to Bullock. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Clippers. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection. Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Morris.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside Payton. Shoots over Jackson. And again, the Knicks missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game. So they take the lead.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now here's Payton. Outside Barrett. Three-pointer. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Clippers trail. George outside. Leonard outside. The shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way now. And here's Payton. With the crossover. Jams it in off the great move.
Well, the burst and the vertical of Elfrid Payton to hammer it home.
The Clippers have got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. Leonard with the ball. And Noel picks him up defensively. And the dunk by Leonard.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Gibson's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Payton. The Knicks have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Outside Barrett. Pass to Bullock. Outside Barrett. Goes up at the stripe. Gibson, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game. And he's going for the oop here. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Up top, Gibson. Zubac with the steal. Morris outside. Shot from 12, and there's another one for the Clippers.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Rose outside. From behind the arc. Drops in the 3. And the Knicks lead by 1.
And as he's tried to preserve his body to play a complete season, Rose has begun to lean more on that outside jumper.
Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. An easy 2 on the layup. Zubac has got 8 points.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Pass to Morris. Now George. Leonard left side. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's Morris. Last game for him, he picked up 10. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, my goodness. You cannot give up a lane to the cup. Once Marcus Morris sees one, forget about it.
Pass to Randall. From the top of the key, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
A nice shot by Zubac.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
The Knicks have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall.
Boy, when you consider the dominance of Kawhi Leonard, certainly physicality is part of it. Long arms, huge hands, broad shoulders, incredible strength. He seems to have a body built for this game.
Rose with the bucket.
Everything in rhythm that time. When Rose is confident with the jumper, he can be so dangerous.
Timeout called, the Clippers. Doris, how about Kawhi Leonard? 6'7", 7'3" wingspan, and a +8 in that regard.
All of those things, B.A., contribute to this guy when he puts his mind to it, being perhaps the hardest guy to score against in the league. You combine that with what he's become on the offensive end, an elite 3-tier scorer. This guy is as good as it gets right now.
For the Clippers, Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Beverly comes in for George, and it's Rondo in for Jackson. Knicks on D. They trail by 3. Zubac screen. Inside. And he can't get that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Now Rose. He's got 5. Randall outside. Driving in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
Well, defense is smart to get close to Randall, but he powers through it anyway.
Kennard outside. Knocks it down from distance.
And both teams already firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Now here's Rose. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Bullock. Randall outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from distance to begin this one. Beverly with it. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. We've got 1:23 left in the first. Rose outside. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot is up. That one's off. He's 2 for 3 in the game. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Rondo. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Lakers.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
And the Knicks with the possession here, following the score by the Clippers. Randall outside. Fires from deep. The Clippers grab the miss. And here's Rondo. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets the 3 fly, and it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Clippers ahead. They lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And catching up with Luke Kennard earlier, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
And it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It really does, and this is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So on the floor for the Knicks, they've got Taj Gibson, R.J. Barrett out there with Toppin. Then there's Derrick Rose, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2. And he drops the first.
And B.A., your heart goes out to him. Over his career, 5 separate surgeries for Derrick Rose. But he's making a remarkable comeback. And of course, he said, everybody goes through adversity. It's all about how you want to take it all on.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And Derrick Rose said he feels he's making history with all that he's overcome.
I agree. What he went through, it was hard. Of course, he said, I quit a couple times, but I never gave up. You have to admire his resiliency, and now that is being rewarded.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
It's well known. Patrick Beverley is a gamer. He was asked, do enough players in the league go hard? He said, quote, I'll keep it real simple. No, not everyone plays hard. That's why it's a skill. That's why it stands out. It's all about will. Mine is stronger than most. Guy's hard to doubt him.
I don't either, Allie. Thanks a lot. Good stuff. The drive by Rose, and the shot goes in. Rose has got 9.
Well, you love to see Derrick Rose from the guard position make himself a factor on the glass and finish. That is nicely done.
Beverley outside. Pass to Kennard from the arc. Rose grabs the board. New York has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. With the drive. The second effort. He's off on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Now here's Rondo. He's got 5. To the middle. Here's Beverley, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Beverly's got his first basket.
Well, this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverly in the painted area.
With the step back.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Here's Rondo, and Cousins throws it down.
Are you kidding me? DeMarcus Cousins, my goodness, go ahead.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Rose outside. It's tipped.
DeMarcus Cousins proving you don't have to be a high flyer to block shots. That's about positioning and timing.
The Knicks have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Pass to Gibson. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Rose finds Barrett. Shot from the top of the key. New York no good that time either. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Outside, Rondo. Cousins with it. Rose with it. And Rondo picks him up defensively. Rose, the pass to Barrett. 4-3. Rebounded by Rondo. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from downtown here in the second. And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
George, he's checked in for the Clippers. New York trailing. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Right side, Rondo. Here's Toppin. Looking for his first basket still in this one. To the wing on the left. Rose, left side. To the left wing. 6 to shoot. And again, the Knicks missing.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
George for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. New York has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Now Rose. 9 points in the game. Barrett finds Rose. And here's Toppin from the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. All right, Grant, if you could choose one big man to play alongside right now, who would it be?
Well, other than you, B.A., I'd have to go with Anthony Davis. I think he's a tremendous offensive player. His shooting ability, his length. He's also very unselfish. A tremendous defender as well. A rim protector, can guard multiple positions. I think he's just an unselfish guy who's really about team and trying to do all he can to help his ball club win. So definitely Anthony Davis. And you're up there too, B.A.
And Gibson always has had a solid mid-range game. You can't let him get comfortable from that spot.
Pass to Kennard. George outside. The 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
To the left side wing. Here's Toppin. Rose with it. Pass to Toppin. Barrett with it. There's the triple. And the Knicks, another 3.
R.J. Barrett trusting the jumper in the catch and shoot. Boy, if he's consistent with that, turn the lights out.
The Clippers call timeout.
Well, last season, obviously a rough one for these New York Knicks. I think the one bright spot and a cause for optimism is certainly the play of their top pick, R.J. Barrett. This guy willing to embrace the city and the pressures and the challenge of leading a team.
So for the Clippers, Zubats, he's checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rondo. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. Pass to Jackson. Leonard outside. Here's Batum over Toppin. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Ntilikina. Leonard defending. Here's Batum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. New York has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Rose. Right wing. His first shot attempt. Ntilikina misses. The Clippers have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Now here's Leonard. Defense is right there.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
Rose outside. Pass to Toppin. Here's Ntilikina. George defending. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you love that Frank Ntilikina went up so strong for that. He puts the official in a position where he's got to get to the foul line. Nicely done.
And the first one at the line is good. And Grant, restrictions on physical play can make it harder to defend guys nowadays. All right, tell our viewers some of the reasons why that's the case.
Well, B.A., first of all, I think you have to go back to the 90s when the game was incredibly physical and the scoring was definitely down. The NBA made some rule changes in the early 2000s. They took the physicality away from the game, which gave the advantage to the offensive player. Now, you couple that with, as the game has grown, the skill level of the modern basketball player is through the roof. So now it is incredibly difficult on defense to try to guard some of the best players in the world if you can't use your body and be physical.
Now here's Gibson. He's guarded by Zubats. To the right side. Shoots. It's rebounded by Zubats. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Leonard on the wing. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Leonard's got 13 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Randall against Morris. Randall can't hit.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here's George. The kick out to Morris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Noel, he's checked in for Gibson. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Randall with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Rose, the pass to Randall, over Leonard, and it's Randall that time on the assist from Rose. 10 points for him.
The vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Taken away. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Bullock. This one for three. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's George. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. He kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
And Nerlens Noel picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Barrett's checked in for New York. Jackson left side. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Jackson's got 5. New York trailing. High post Noel. Inside. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
The Clippers have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. Pass to Zubac. Knocked away. And it's stolen by Noel. To the wing, right side. Here's Bullock. There's the 3. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
A minute 29 left in the first half. Here's Leonard. Good. Leonard's got 6 here in the quarter.
Kawhi Leonard has averaged 25+ across multiple seasons. We are talking about an elite scorer.
Now here's Noel. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Jackson outside. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and the putback.
They're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Pass to Noel. Randall outside. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Well, Julius Randle, we know this, loves to finish despite being fouled. This guy will play through contact, no problem.
Doris, this guy is a nightly double-double. Big man Julius Randle.
I love Julius's game. Strong, tight handle, the ability to get downhill, can be a really hard guard. It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Now here's Jackson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The first one falls. And so Jackson nails both of them. The Knicks shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Pass to Bullock. Back to Rose. 27 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Clock at 6. Now here's Noel. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, this is where Noel is going to be difficult to guard in the pick and roll. Huge target rolling to the rim.
Jackson outside. Takes the 3. No good that time. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Clippers ahead, leading by 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Shaquille. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
Well, they should have a lot of room on the perimeter in the second half because they've already have a lot of points in the paint. And the D will have no choice but to collapse and try to put it in on that end. So, if you want to use the three-point shot more, they'll have the space to do it.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on New York.
The three-point shot has really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the 3, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
And here are the Knicks. 4-point game. Kawhi and Morris in at the forward slots. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. That'll put Elfrid Payton on the line. It's going to go on Reggie Jackson. And Grant, you played until the age of 40. That's becoming a rare feat in the NBA.
It really is, B.A. And I think in part you have players who've entered the league a lot younger. Back when I came into the league, it was, typically after your 3rd or 4th year in college, players were a little bit older, so they started later. But now players are coming in as teenagers, essentially, and it's the cumulative effect, the wear and tear over the 82-game season. Not everyone's going to play 20 years, get to the age of 40, but still, nonetheless, you have some great players in this league who've had tremendous longevity even until their late 30s.
Now here's Barrett. Given 8 points now. No good from the wing. Now Leonard. Jackson finds Leonard. There's the drive. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Here's Payton. He has 7. Here's Barrett. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Barrett's got 10.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
And Leonard, here we go. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
High post Noel. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Barrett. And it's New York scoring again.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Jackson with it. He has 7. Morris on the wing. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. He's got 5.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Now here's Randall. He's got 13. Pass to Bullock. Oh, deflected. 6 to shoot. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. For New York, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. From deep. Payton, no good.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Randall with a steal. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Launches it. That shot is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And it's Morris penetrating. And there it is for him. And now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
Now here's Randall. Pass to Barrett. Down low. Tipped with the 10-footer. New York no good that time either. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. Zubac screen. Leonard with the ball. And Noel picks him up defensively. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Bullock. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. And the Clippers called for the foul. And he makes a first. Both good from the line that time.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Here's George. 7 points in the game from outside the arc. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's Bullock. 11 points in the game. Pass to Barrett. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Jackson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
It's not easy to finish in traffic, but those are chances he has to convert.
Good work there as it goes. Randall's got 15 points.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Zubac screen. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Now here's Randle. He's got 15. Outside Barrett. Shoots over George. That one a little long.
They are just owning the boards right now.
R.J. Barrett comes from one of the most storied and accomplished programs in college basketball at Duke under Mike Krzyzewski. And yet he's the first teenager ever, guys, to average 22 points, 7 boards, and 4 assists at the college level. Incredible.
Here's Payton. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, George with a steal. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. From deep. Counted from distance. George has got 6 in the quarter. You know, Doris, coming into Duke, R.J. Barrett was regarded as the #1 overall prospect in the 2019 draft. Ended up going 3rd overall.
NBA in a different year, obviously. He could have easily been the #1 pick. This guy, with the gifts he brings to the table, the work ethic he has, there is no doubt that he has star potential.
For 3, Randle. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game. Back to Jackson. Out to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Jack's up a 3. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
For the Knicks, Gibson comes in for Noel, and Rose is subbed in for Payton. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low, and with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Now here's Barrett. 12 points for him. Misses off the right iron.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Offensive board. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Boy, Doris, the calm demeanor of Kawhi Leonard. It's paying dividends in the big moments.
He's unafraid when the game's on the line. He'll be aggressive. He doesn't shy away from responsibility. One coach said his meter doesn't run too hot or too cold.
Now here's Rose. 9 points in the game to stop the drought. Doesn't go that time. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Leonard against Barrett, and Leonard, here we go.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Rose outside. To stop the run, pass to Gibson. Zubac with the steal. And here's George. 13 points in the game. Morris outside. Fires the three. The Knicks pull it in. Rose has got 4 rebounds now. Morris against Randall. Over Morris. Randall, good. Randall's got 17 points.
The ability to get to the mid-range game is something Julius Randle has proven he can do.
It's George with the drive. The kick out to Morris. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Morris has got 8 here in this quarter. New York has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Now here's Rose. 9 points in the game. Puts up a 3. But he recovers it. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Zubac.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Jackson, the pass to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Zubac, screen. Jackson gets the bucket. He's got 12.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Gibson. For 3, Randall. The next rebound. They set the pick for 3. The shot no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Leonard outside. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
To the paint. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And it's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Well, we know Taj Gibson is not opposed to playing physical basketball. In that instance, he seeks contact and gets an opportunity.
And he can't get the first one.
What you love about Taj Gibson is his leadership. This guy is an intelligent, ferocious competitor who plays his role to a T.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Second free throw, no good. The Clippers shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. Kennard outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. First one falls for him. Both shots good from the strike. And for New York, they're shooting just under 40% from the field. Pass to Gibson. Back to Rose. Randall, left side. Tries to snap the cold streak. The shot misses, so the Clippers will take it the other way. Now Rondo. Kennard outside. Fires the 3. The Knicks with the rebound. Outside Barrett. Pass to Randall. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's off from three-point range.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
And it's Kennard on the take. Can't connect from short range. Now the Knicks with it. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Randall with it. Just 5 to shoot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And the free throw, no good. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Clippers on top, delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for the Knicks. Topping out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Bullock in at the small forward position.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Rose. They set a pick. Pass to Gibson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by George. George has got 4 rebounds now. Right side, Rondo. And there's the drive. And he lays it up and in.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Here's Toppin. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Rose. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Well, Grant, the players definitely don't want a hard cap, but do you think it might make small market teams more competitive? And I'm asking you for the ownership version of Grant Hill, not the player Grant Hill.
And B.A., are you trying to get me in trouble here? Nah, look, at the end of the day, the NBA business is doing well. Player contracts are at an all-time high. You have owners with their teams' evaluations are going through the roof. So I don't think there's a real need for a hard cap in today's environment. Now, that could be impacted by the Orlando bubble and the impact that that has financially. But over the course of the last few years, the basketball business model has been good, it's been sound, and it's only moving up. I don't think there's a real need for a hard cap.
Now here's Gibson. Down low. Toppin shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And Rondo, here we go. And he makes it. Rondo, he's got 4 points in the quarter.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Now here's Gibson. Checked by Cousins. Here's Rose. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Rajon Rondo.
Well, Derrick Rose plays with such intensity, such willingness to draw contact on the interior.
No good on that one. Well, Grant, one area where we've seen great advancement is how we're seeing injuries treated. The rehabbing of these injuries and the speed in which players are coming back is unprecedented.
It really is, B.A., and certainly I've experienced my fair share of injuries. And over the last 20-plus years, the advancement and not only treating injuries, but preventative measures so you don't get hurt. And so teams now, whether it's load management, understanding the importance of nutrition, rest, recovery, all of these things factor in to the sophistication level now that's applied to players. And so, in a way, I wish I was 25 right now in today's NBA with all the technology and sophistication available to teams.
And here are the Clippers now. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Well, the active hands of Derrick Rose, really good job making that offensive player uncomfortable.
Here's Barrett. Rebounded by Rondo. Rondo, he's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Batum. And here's Cousins. Knocks it loose. Here's Barrett. And the Knicks miss again.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Now here's George. He's closely guarded. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. The Knicks have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. To the inside, Toppin. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Now here's George. Driving to the basket, and George with the jam.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Rose with it, checked by Rondo. Rose with the bucket.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. This guy gets buckets through contact out there, so tough.
Here's Rondo. Driving inside. Here's Cousins. Good D by Rose.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Pass to Toppin. And it's rejected. George against Barrett. George outside. Going inside. And the jam by George.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
Now a timeout called by New York. With each year, Grant, it seems like we see more and more great players coming out of Europe.
And that's so true, B.A. I mean, think about some of these great young stars, Doncic or Jokic and others. I mean, it speaks to how the game has become a global game. The NBA has marketed and sold this game all over the world for years, and now we're seeing the benefit of those efforts. And I'll tell you what, over 25% of the players in the league right now were born outside of the U.S. So it just illustrates the growth of the game, the success of the game, and the elite players from all over the world playing in the NBA today.
The Knicks making a switch here. Randall is checked in. Pass to Ntilikina. Oh, George with a steal. And here's Kennard. Into the lane. Misses from short range. Now here's Rose. And Grant, the landing zone rule that has been in effect now for a few years. At first, a lot of defenders complained, but closeouts on three-point shooters has certainly affected how the game is called right now, and it seems to have reduced injuries.
Yeah, first of all, anything we can do to reduce injuries is important. Certainly, I know a thing or two about that. But yes, this is so important and so necessary, and I'm so glad that the league and the players now have embraced this. We have to protect shooters, and sometimes that can be considered even a dirty play. So I do like this landing zone rule, and as you said, there have been fewer injuries as a result.
Now here's Rose. Fires top of the key. The shot's good. Rose has got 9 points here in the second half.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Cousins with the screen to the middle. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins so adept at finishing through contact. His strength is a problem for defenders.
And that one misses. Boy, Grant, the situation in the league last year forced a lot of players into some tough decisions.
There really were a lot of tough decisions. First and foremost, you had the NBA bubble. People were concerned about the health and safety of players, and would that be compromised? And some players decided and opted out of returning back to the bubble. And then, of course, you always have injuries, and that's always a problem. Players had to decide whether to come back, how long, should you wait till next year. These are tough decisions. I know personally I went through many times, many years ago with regards to my injuries. And you know what? Players today are still having to make those tough decisions in the game.
Now here's Leonard. A shot from the mid-range. That one's good for 2. Leonard's got 30.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Rose against Jackson. Rose outside. Up top, Noel. 4 on the clock. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. The Clippers have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the fourth quarter. Now George. It's deflected.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
Rose with it. Over to the wing. Poke loose. Noel the screen. Shot clock at 6. He was all alone on that one.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Jackson outside. Leonard outside. And every year in the draft, we see teams being risk averse, avoiding players with medical red flags. But we've seen teams who took a chance often rewarded doors.
That's exactly right, B.A. Look no further than Michael Porter Jr. Back issues while he was 1 year in college at Missouri scared away a lot of teams. But here's a young man who on the offensive end and from a rebounding perspective has shown a big-time upside. He is a big-time shot maker, incredible shooter, even under duress of contest. Defensively, he's got to grow. But I'll tell you what, for GMs who are secure in their jobs, they can take a flyer on a talent like Michael Porter Jr., and the opportunity to pay huge dividends is there.
The floater, and that one's good, man.
Well, the vision on display. Yogi Ferrell notices when his teammate has a wide open look and gets it there on time and on target.
Now here's Randall. Here's Barrett. Back to Randall. Noel the screen. Randall with the drive. Uses the glass on the layup. Randall's got 21.
Yeah, you know that when Julius Randle gets into his rhythm offensively, he can be problematic for defensive teams.
On the take. Pass to Oturu. Here's Ferrell, guarded by Rose. Here's Farrell. Can't cash it in from the high post. Inside. And in a game where titles can turn on a single possession, you hear coaches and players talk about certain plays that haunt them. Doris, can you relate?
Well, B.A., the margin between winning and losing is often razor thin. Think no further than the Mike Conley wide open three in the series against Denver in last season's playoffs. They had a 3-1 series lead. If he makes the three-point shot, they move on. And yet that thing rattles down and out. It was a matter of inches, and their season comes to a crashing thud. Of course, this is why we love sports, the incredible highs and the absolutely soul-crushing lows.
Now here's Rose. Pass to Noel. Now here's Barrett. Over Cousins. Shot is good by Barrett.
For a good offensive player, you've got to take what the defense gives you. RJ does just that, settles into the mid-range.
There's a minute 26 left in the final quarter. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And the free throw, no good. Now, Grant, you were involved in a sign and trade deal from Detroit to Orlando, but you don't see that tactic as much anymore.
You know, you really don't, B.A., but there's a reason for that. First and foremost, players today have a lot more control over their destiny. And also, teams are not going to wait until an elite player is in their final year and they don't have a firm commitment and belief that that player will re-sign. In a lot of cases, teams will trade that elite player before he enters his last year of his deal, for fear that they may lose him for nothing in free agency. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Clippers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Leonard. And he gets the bucket. Leonard's got 32 points.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
For three, Randall. The shot is good, and the assist by Rose.
Credit Julius Randle. Off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Kawhi, how about the play of the bench tonight? What does that say about this team in general?
You know, that's what's great about us. We have a great bench coming in right behind us, picking up the tempo and playing great and playing great defense as well.
One of the great benches in the league, no doubt. Thanks, Kawhi.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off, and we'll see you next time.